Hey Lash friends, so today we're doing a lash removal. The products that we're going to be using is a lash cream removal, and I am using curved tweezers, just a pair of curved tweezers. You can use whatever tweezers you want to use. And I have some saran plastic wrap that we're going to be using as well. And then I am using 2 micro pore brushes. And you'll see how I'll be incorporating that into the removal process. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to do is you want to take that cream removal and the micro pore brush, and you just want to apply it right to the base of the lash extensions. Be careful not to get any of the cream removal onto the skin, the client's skin. You only want to apply it on the base of the lash extensions, okay? So you want to apply this all the way across, and this is from the outer corner to the inner corner. Now if you get some you like on the tip of the lash extensions, that is perfectly okay, but our primary focus is at the base of the lash extensions, but away from the skin of the lash line, okay? Now the other micro pore brush, this is what I use the second one for, is to pull down the lashes, so that way I am definitely getting that saturating. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm definitely saturating the base of the lash extensions. This is because sometimes if the lash is too curly or too short, you're really not getting in there. So that's what I'm doing here. Also, you can get underneath or go behind the lashes. So as you can see, we're doing the top of the lashes, and now I'm going behind the lashes, so that way again just to saturate as much of those lashes as possible. And as you can see, some are starting to already come off, and that's what we're looking for. That's what we want. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that saran plastic wrap, and I am going to slide it underneath and then fold it over top. Now, because this is a mannequin, this is not like an actual person, but typically what happens is the reason why you want to fold it over top is because the heat, it helps to keep the heat in, and that heat actually works with that gel or cream removal that you have, and it helps to take that process and make it a lot quicker. Now what I am doing is I am taking my tweezers and I am kind of tugging at the lashes just to see what lashes are starting to already come loose. So you want to do this a couple of minutes after you've placed that saran wrap, because this is video, it would seem like I did it a lot quicker, but I waited about 2 or 3 minutes. And as you can see, some of the lashes are starting to come off, and again, this is the goal. And now, so for the lashes that are still there, what I do is I go back in with some more cream removal, and I apply just a little bit more, and I will let it sit for like another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll go back in and start to kind of softly and gently tug at the lashes. Notice I said softly and gently, because we don't want to pull out our client's natural lashes. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back in and do that soft tug and pull on the natural lashes right at the base. And I'm not really closing my tweezers all the way, but just enough to get a soft pull. And as you can see, those lashes are starting to just slide right on off. Now, depending on the glue that you use, so the adhesive that I use is my Boudoir Beauty Ride or Die adhesive. It really sticks, it really stays. The bonding of the Ride or Die adhesive is super strong, as you can see. So this is why sometimes I have to go back in a couple of more times to add more of the cream adhesive. I'm sorry, the cream remover, and or let it sit just a little longer. But nevertheless, those lashes are starting to come off. My biggest tip that I can suggest to when doing a lash removal is to be very patient, because if you're impatient, you can inadvertently pull your client's natural lashes out and damage their lashes. So that's why, some people say, well, you shouldn't have to go back in over and over again to put, the cream removal on. Well, yeah, I prefer to do that to saturate their lashes as much as possible. That way I'm taking care of my client's natural lashes. I'm in no big rush, and my client understands that, I'm here to help keep their lashes healthy. So just be very patient, be very diligent with the lash removal process, because the whole point is, your clients want to keep wearing lashes. They don't want to end up with gaps and damaged lashes. So, and as you can see here, we're almost done. We got just a few more to do. This process in total should take no more than 10, maybe 15 minutes at the max, to do the removal process. And that's with both eyes. So typically, because I am working on one eye, but typically I would go back and forth. So the process is typically about 10 to 15 minutes. And what I'm doing here is I'm just adding just a little bit of that cream remover right there at the base of that lash, and it pops right off. There you go. And here we are with a bare set of lashes here, and that's the whole goal of this.